Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. I was kind of lost this article. I was going to do a video on it yesterday, but it's still relevant. It's only 3 days old, so no big deal. These are some good stocks anyway, but these are 3 best MJ stocks to buy in January. And as you see, it just came out 3 days ago. The past year hasn't been kind to MJ investors. I've been doing some MJ videos as well. Sundial, Tilray, Hexo, High Tide, some of my favorites. High Tide's probably my favorite, but those 4 is the ones I talk about most on the channel here. Who have watched most MJ stocks collapse as momentum for federal legalization has stalled in Congress. The Horizons MJ Life Sciences Index ETF was down 20% in 2021, off 34% of the highs it hit last February. And every video that I go over, it looks like they hit a high on, that's funny, hit a high on February 10th. 52-week high, not the high you're thinking of in regards to these type of stocks, but either or, it's all good. Many pet stocks did much worse. The only reason the exchange-traded fund is not down even more is the performance of companies like MJ-focused Real Estate Investment Trust, IIPR. I've done several videos on them. A top 10 holding of the ETF, which one that performs at good times and bad. We can go ahead and take a look at it here. As I have, I think, 1 or whatever shares. Yep, I have more of this in retirement, but you can see my return there. That's just crazy. I wish I would have bought more. 1 share at $40.06, and there's a dividend that it's given out, so that's pretty cool. $1.50. Great ratings, 83%, and $1.50. And as you can see, it's even increased, even after the pandemic. So it just keeps increasing. Here's where I bought it. So had it for a little bit over 3 years. Bought it at $40. And currently at $239. That's actually down today, $248.90. But still a great return. That would have been over 500% this morning, but so another good one to have, and plus you get that dividend. I recently discussed why I think IIPR is a strong buy for the sector, but there are good MJ stocks to consider as well, and I've been covering a bunch of them lately. I'll list those in the description. With a massive opportunity still in front of them, the following trio of MJ companies should be on your list for stocks to buy in January. I've talked about Cresco Labs a couple times. They do trade over the counter is the only bad thing with them. Currently at $6.55. This one's currently showing a buy. But you can see what it's done here over the last year. Here's the high back on February 10th, $16.90. And you can just kind of see what it's done since then. But I've covered this one a couple times. It's got pretty good ratings, showing this one as a buy. So I'll link that in the description as well. So it has a 2-pronged approach to growth, operating retail stores and front end while handling production and processing behind the scenes. It makes an industry-leading wholesaler of branded MJ products. At the end of the third quarter, it had 21 production facilities and 46 owned dispensaries, but in December it closed on its acquisition of Laurel Harvest Labs, which gave it another operational dispensary in Pennsylvania with licensing options to open 5 more. Also opened a 13th dispensary in Florida, so you can see it's busy. And I think this one, yes, this one's really popular in Florida. 5th one, it opened since entering the market last April through its acquisition of Moomoo Wellness. And so at least this one's growing, and fortunately the stock price hasn't. But at least it's not down around $1 or getting below $1 like another one that I talked about earlier. We'll just mention it, Sundial. And not only does CRSO sell its MJ products in its own dispensaries, but also embedded its own branded MJ products as Mindy's and Sunnyside in over 1,000 dispensaries across the country. More than half of them are sold retail stores throughout California, the largest MJ market. So the revenue growing at a compounded rate of 33% a year and reaching over $2 billion by the middle of the decade, while turning from losses and adjusted net profits of $370 million at a $5 a share. CRSO Labs stock is buy this month. Next is Grow Generation. They've made several videos about them as well. Another good growth one. They're kind of what I call the picks and wow, I didn't realize they were down that far. Whoa, it almost makes me want to buy some more now. Jeez. This was, I want to say, yeah, a $50, $60 stock. Wow, I'm surprised. And that's weird. This one had a high on February 9th instead of February 10th, but it's really came down as well. So, down over 3 months, down over the last month. Wow, might have to pick up some more shares of that one. That is interesting. I have 15 shares here at a cost basis of $8.91. So I'm still 45% up, so just imagine if the price was back in the 60s, what that percentage, that would be huge. Wow. Wish I'd have sold them back then, but oh well. 12.41 at the high, 67.75 at the high, or 12.41 at the low, 67.75 at the high. You're probably thinking I'm high, I can't even talk tonight. 78% on the buy rating, so if you're in MJ at all, considering these prices, I would definitely consider looking at this one, because this is your picks and shovels. This is everything that you need, the hydroponics, organic specialty gardening. I have not looked at this one. I can't believe that price. Makes me want to buy some. But moving on, they're a huge winner in 2022. Going to make them, which could make an investment in this unique MJ play a huge winner in 2022. I'm hoping the whole MJ in itself is huge in 2022. We'll see, but Grow Generation doesn't grow or sell MJ itself, but rather is the country's largest specialty hydroponic and organic garden center supplier. The garden center operator had a broad coverage with 62 stores in 13 states, but it is also building up its e-commerce presence, and the online sales are expected to hit 35 million. And feel free to pause and go over the rest. But just to get my 2 cents on this one, or my input on this one, I mean, at these rock bottom prices, MJ's only going up, and as you can see what this one's capable of doing. I mean, just think of legalizing on the federal level, what this one in itself would do. I mean, that would just, could be $100 stock. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I'm just shocked at the price. But since it is right at the basically a bottom price, definitely going to be picking up some more shares of this one, because this one, just as it says, it's Grow Generation, and this one has really grown. So gross margins expanded 290 basis points to 29.4 and is profitable on both an adjusted and GAAP basis. Revenue is expected to double in the next 5 years. I forgot that part of it. So the more revenue that MJ brings in, the more sales and everything. Revenue on this one is expected to double in the next 5 years to $843 million, and adjusted profits and forecast to triple, which I have to totally agree, because MJ's not going away. Sales are just going up. The stock prices are down, but the sales are up. Even through a pandemic, the sales were up, and it's not going to go down. People like the products. People do the products all the time, whether it's legal or not. So back in February, Grow Generation was flying high at an all-time, or almost a 68 a share, but today it goes for around 13. It still just blows my mind. Wall Street has a consensus price target of $35.75 a share, so even if you got now, you'd be tripling your money and giving the stock some 170% upside over the coming year. So I'm watching this one tomorrow definitely, and gonna pick up some shares probably. I didn't realize it was that low. Next is Columbia Care, and I don't think I've ever done a video, nor have I really heard of this one, so might have to do a video on it by itself. But this is Columbia Care. Whoa, $2.95. Definitely might have to check into this one. Bing is showing it as a buy here with a 1 year price target of $8.80. And you can see this one's also came down, hit that high, 765 hit the high, and it's just coming down. You catch my drift. But anyway, this one's getting lower prices as well. $2.80. 80 at the dispensary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a video on this one, I think. So see what it's all about. So Columbia surpasses Cresco Labs with 99 dispensaries, and I've talked about Cresco a couple times, as well as 32 cultivation and manufacturing facilities operating alongside its wholesale distribution business in 13 markets, but it really concentrates on limited license markets such as Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Massachusetts, which limits its competition and gives it a measure of pricing power. Its goals through to get scaled as quickly as possible. It acquired vertically integrated medical MJ company Greenleaf Medical. A lot of these companies are acquiring other companies and getting into the medical, which is good. Anything to keep the sales going up, but I'm just going to slowly scroll through this. It was also bought Medicine Man. I've talked about that one. Just entered Virginia's new medical MJ market with some of the state's first whole flower. Its go through to get to scale as quickly as possible. In recent months, it's acquired vertically integrated medical MJ company Greenleaf, a 4-dispensary operation focused in Ohio and California-based cultivator, wholesaler, retailer project. MJ had also bought Medicine Man, so they've been buying like some other MJ stocks, keep acquiring, trying to get bigger, just like what Tilray, Sundial is doing. But I'll have to look and do a deeper dive on this one, do a video on this one for sure. It looks kind of interesting. But those, again, so the three are Columbia Care, and as you can see, it's over the counter. So if you're looking to purchase this one, I would go to TD Ameritrade, or last time I bought on Fidelity, I didn't have to pay a commission on Fidelity. I don't know if you still do on TD Ameritrade, but if you're looking to buy, you can buy it on one or the other platform. And again, that one is currently at $2.95, so that might be worth looking into, as it's getting close to maybe a 52-week low, who knows. But then Grow Generation, you can get that on any major exchange. As you see, I had it on Robinhood, and again, Cresco Labs over the counter. Again, TD Ameritrade or Fidelity. So And I've also done quite a few videos on a lot of these ETFs. There's another one, MJ is the ticker, another one, MSOS, I think THCX is another one, MSOS, and this Innovation Industrial Properties is IIPR is another good one I would take a look at. But that is the 3 best MJ stocks to buy in January and then some. And as you follow my channel, I cover quite a few of them. And the picks and shovel, grow generation, the REIT, the IIPR. So I try to cover it all. So any way to make some money and hold them for the future. So it was a good plan. But if you have any of those, go ahead and list them in the comments and see which is the most popular one. And yes, I'll be doing more updates on Sundial, Hexo, High Tide. Did one on Cron today, Sundial. Always doing MJ stocks here on the channel. I have quite a few of them, and got to go up at some point in time, so that's just how I look at it. But if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is Jay Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.